but I'm not going to pretend. I'm kind of a video game virgin in terms of playing. I've played a robot. Frogger was the last game I ever played in the 80s, and I don't think I could make it past the first level. So I'm not very technologically savvy. But so it was intimidating kind of coming in not knowing the backstory and the history and everything, and it's an honor to be up here and on this panel with everybody, because you just hear all the voices and everything, and I kind of just go out and do my thing, but I certainly don't have a whole bunch of different voices. So it's wonderful to be up here with you guys. Kerrigan, from playing numerous characters on Battlestar, it wasn't threatening to come in and go, oh my gosh, I have to play 2 different characters in this, and it's an evolution. And I think the first time I came in, all I had really to go on was 2 pictures of Sarah and then the Queen of Blades. And Sarah
guys,
just
can
looks,
you make up your mind on which,
Yeah, and she looks so sweet and, young and pretty and everything. And I'm thinking, like, I got to have a little bit higher voice for this and everything. And I think that was, Andrea, you're like, no, do your voice, which is not so high and pretty, And then the Queen of Blades, it's really just finding they stem from the same person. They are the same person, and just obviously something has happened because of you, damn it. And it's really fun because you don't get to work with each other, with the other actors. So you're kind of, when you're a newbie, you come in and you're just like, okay, I have a line on the paper. And thank gosh for these guys being in the room, Andrea and Chris and everything, to answer my little silly questions, or to say, no, well, that's not really what's happening. This is what's happening. And, I don't know what, at the time, I didn't know what Zerg and all these things were. So, it's really important to have everybody in the room to kind of direct you in the right way, and it's certainly fun to try and find the small differences. How do you bring in Sarah Kerrigan into Queen of Blades without completely changing it? Obviously, Sarah doesn't know anything about the Queen of Blades, so that's more kind of innocent. But then when you go to Queen of Blades, I mean, she's fun. Yeah. She's just fun to play because you get to just be that evil side. And somehow, I think I'm a fairly nice person, but somehow I do a pretty good job at bringing out evilness. And
is it very therapeutic?
It's therapeutic, and yeah, I guess it saves on therapy bills.
Indeed, yeah.
Get to go to work and be mean. So yeah, so for me, it's a work in progress. I'm fairly light in the first, part of this. In the first installment, I'm fairly light, so I certainly don't have a lot of the story to go on yet. But cut to next year here, and I'll have a lot more to tell you about the character per se.
Guys, you may not know, in the Wings of Liberty installment, the first of the 3 chapters of Starcraft 2, obviously Kerrigan is the Queen of Blades, all the way through, and there are certain sequences, certain cinematics we've created where we actually flash back to Starcraft 1. I think it was Mr. Harper's clip where you saw Arcturus. Actually, it was a cinematic of the scene in Starcraft 1 where Kerrigan gets left behind, to get pulled away by the Zerg, and it's kind of one of Raynor's kind of recurring nightmares, that moment, where everything in his life fell apart, and this really great girl that he loved got taken away from him. Just as she